Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Mike 42, Mike 42. He don't know no better.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Let's go. Kill.
93. Hey, team 6.
Check Mike 57. Let's pick it up.
Express.
Time, let's get off the field.
Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after here coming up. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Raiders 7, Jets nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And that'll set them back 5.
We're going to sign. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Now a second stiff arm. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks.
He's not going to get me. Motion, motion, motion. Hey, lady.
On first down, it's Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Squeeze, double. Under crunch. Check 52. Check. Yo, 80. Check hot. Shift.
Back to throw, Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Benson Mayowa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
And the Jets, 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On second down, it's Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Shoot. That's right. Check 15. Check 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Jacobs fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Pick me up, here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be Carr, Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Showing up. Hey, check 20. X3, 218, chopper.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brian Poole on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You draw Corker.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
On first down, Jacobs. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch gears.
Shotgun now for Carr. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. That's caught at the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A full 40 yards that time on third down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Darnold off the play fake to Bell, eluding the pressure right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Target. Check it backer. Fly down. No. Off. Topper. OP. Swift, put that down. Watch the edge. Check 24.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he will find his man on the outside. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Spot. No. Raider one. All you get is a headache. Purdue. Tighten up. Hey, exit. Big
Motion, motion, motion.
From the gun, Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
I can't believe you let you play. I can't believe you.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Out. 3 down.
Lady. Hey, orbit. Block. Hey, set.
From his end zone, third and long for Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Play.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He's coming. Slide down. He's coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr complete to Jones. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
7:34. Get set.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 7:34.
From the gun, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. This is Bell. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check, check, young lady. Check, check, check. Young lady.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Open man is Anderson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Young lady. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end, and he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
54.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold, and he's going to go down again. Max Crosby, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Go! 54. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby and the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Mike 54. He's scared. Hey, 1-7. Check 9. 54. Guys, 22 jet bomber.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down 6 at the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Express. 694. SOS.
Carr going to look to throw. Caught by Jones. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now, blue 80.
57 to Mike. I got you.
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one, a victory.